Welcome back, you guys. So today I'm gonna be just doing my nails like I normally do. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm due for a new set. So I've already done like the shaping and the filing that I needed to do. Right here I'm just, checking for little imperfections, making sure that everything's filed correctly. Now, if you don't have your nails filed and taken off that top layer of shine, I guess, from the natural nail, you're not going to get a good adhesive bond with any type of glue or any type of like acrylic or anything. So you need to have that top layer of shine from your nail taken off. So I'm just pushing back the cuticles here, just making sure everything looks good. So now I'm showing y'all I'm starting with the number one step. Now again, Peppy Gel is my thing. I use Peppy Gel for everything, but I do have some new gel coming that I wanted to try. So we're going to start with the number one step. And here, I'm just getting everything situated. Now, this is the clear base. So this clear, like I said in my last video, I put the clear on first, just a small thin layer. And this just keeps it so my natural nail doesn't get any staining from the dip powders. So I'm just going to take that number one step. I'm going to apply that to the nail. And I am going to go all the way to the cuticle with this. And all the way down the nail. And you're just going to do a thin layer of that clear powder to give you like a good solid base. And of course, y'all are going to do that to every single finger. And then once you get that clear base applied, and once it's dry, it only takes a couple of seconds, you're going to take a rough brush and you're going to brush off all that extra powder and make sure, the nail is clean. So right here, I'm just showing you what the natural nail looks like with one base of clear applied to it. So here I'm just showing y'all my colors that I'm deciding to use. So I'm thinking ahead of time for the fall here, y'all. I'm so ready for the fall. I don't know if y'all are, but I'm so sick of this heat. I'm going to be using the burgundy. I'm going to be using like a creamish sand and a black. So again, you're going to take the number one step and you're going to apply that to the nail. I do not go all the way to the cuticle on the first two layers of the dip powder. That way you don't have all this product at the base near your cuticle. So just take that brush almost to the cuticle line and all the way down, and you're going to repeat this process however many times you want on your nail. I do 2 to 3. Typically with glitters I do 2 because glitters are more thick and coarse, but for these powders, they're so fine, one layer isn't going to do it. And you got to think, after filing and shaping, you're going to buff off all that powder and color, so you need a couple of layers to make sure that you have a good color payoff. So I do repeat this process 3 times for this set that I'm doing. take that powder and you're going to take it at an angle and just slide your finger directly in. Now, there are some designs where I just take my finger horizontal with the powder and dip it straight down, where I don't do it at an angle. So, whatever works for y'all. And here I'm just showing y'all what it looks like. Look at that color, y'all. Oh, I'm so ready for fall, y'all. So ready for fall. So, I had decided, I had done my friend's nails, and I might be uploading that video. I don't know yet. I'm trying to get the lighting worked out. The lighting didn't look really good, but I think I still want to upload it. But anyway, I love Cheetah. Like, I got Cheetah headbands, Cheetah phone case, my AirPod case is Cheetah. I got Cheetah everything. Pants, shoes, you name it. So I wanted to do my set with Cheetah, so that's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm using that sand color, so I can do like a Cheetah design on those. So here I'm just repeating the process again. This is going to be my second layer, and we're just going to repeat that process. Apply the number one step of the Peppy Gel, which is basically your adhesive, and you're just going to do that step all over again for all the nails. Now, when I get to my middle finger, I decided to do an ombre. So what you're going to see here is I'm going to take that burgundy color and the black, and I'm going to start with the burgundy color. You're going to get just a regular makeup brush or any kind of fluffy brush, and you just pick up that color and you hover over your nail a little bit and you just tap it onto the nail. And then I go over to the black, pick up a little bit of that black color, and you're going to tap it lightly above the nail, and it gives you like an ombre. And I'll show you guys a close-up here in just a second of what that will look like. And of course, you want to make sure that you saturate that nail pretty good. All that excess powder, remember, you're just going to brush it right back off. So as you can see, you have like 2 colors there. It does look like a lot, but again, all that excess powder that doesn't stick, you're just going to brush off. So again, you just take a coarse brush. Now, I typically use 2 brushes, one for the lighter colors and one for the darker colors, because that brush will kind of pick up that pigment, and then when you go to brush off, say, that tan color on my finger, I would have deposited some of that burgundy color, and it wouldn't have looked good. So you will have to use 2 brushes. So I'm going in with my last layer of color here, and here at this step, I am going to go all the way to the cuticle and down. And I'm just going to repeat that process on all 5 fingers again. Once I get to this middle finger, to get the blend that you want, you're going to apply the black first instead of last like we did last time, and then the burgundy second, and that will give you a good blend and not those harsh lines between the two colors. Okay, so this is officially our last step with the number 1. So what we're going to do is that clear base we used the very first time, we're going to put that as our last layer of powder on every single nail. So what this will do, just like with acrylic, when you take that clear bead of acrylic at the last step, it just closes everything in. That's what we're doing with the clear here with the powder. It just closes everything in, encapsulate it, make sure that your design doesn't get messed up when you go to file. So here I'm just showing y'all what the nails look like once I have that last layer of clear applied. And I'm going to let that sit, and then I'll take a coarse brush and I'll just brush all that excess clear off like I did between the first 3 steps. before I apply the activator, I decided to try something new. Normally, I'll take like a gel pen or something like that, and I'll do my cheetah design with that. But I wanted to try it with the powder because I didn't have a burgundy gel pen that would match the burgundy that I'm using. So I just took a little piece of paper from my alcohol pad, and I'm applying the number 1 liquid, which is the adhesive. So I'm going to get a dotting tool, and I'm going to take that dotting tool and I'm going to dip it into the number 1 product, the adhesive, and I'm going to apply basically a few little dots all over my nail with that number 1 adhesive, and I'm going to dip it into that burgundy powder, and I'm trying to see if I can use that burgundy as my cheetah spots. So I'm hoping once I do all my filing and everything, the powder, it'll be flatter. It won't be like some raised burgundy dot, because once I file it, it should blend in nicely, and I should be able to go over it and do my cheetah print around those burgundy dots. And I was hoping it would work out, because again, I don't have another color like that. So here I'm just going to take my nail and I'm going to dip it into that burgundy powder, and see, it gave me like a polka dot effect, like it would if you were, doing it with gel or with a fingernail polish. But I was trying to get that effect with the powder. So we'll have to see how that turns out in the end to see if it actually worked out or not. So I did go over these polka dot nails again with the clear, just to close in that burgundy effect there. So now we're going to move on to our second step. So this is going to be our activator, and this is just going to set everything in place so we can then file. Just showing you guys really quick what it looks like when everything's activated, and you're going to let that activator sit for 2 minutes, and then after that 2 minutes you can go ahead and do all your filing and shaping. Alright, so after the filing is done, we're going to go ahead and apply that activator one more time. This is that number 2 step, and you're going to apply it one last time. See, and I think the polka dots, they turned out really nice. They're nice and flat, and they blended into that sand color really well. So I was really happy how that turned out. That was my first time doing that. Normally, I just, take a gel pen or gel liquid liners and do my designs that way. So I was glad it worked out. And same thing again. You apply that activator, let it sit for 2 minutes, and then you're ready to go. So here what I'm doing is I'm taking one of my black gel pens and I'm just going around those burgundy dots that we created with the powder with that black gel pen, and I'm going to create my cheetah print. So once I get that design done, I'll kind of give you a close-up of each nail so you can see what I was talking about. And here is that first nail. You see, I think it turned out really nice. So I did a little bit of the cheetah design without the burgundy in between, and then some with it. So I think it turned out really good. I have done nail designs in the past where I've done the cheetah print without the colored dots in the center. And I like that way too. All right, you guys, so we are finally at our third step. So this third step is our top coat. So I'm going to apply that to every single nail except the cheetah print nails, and I'll show y'all why here in a minute. So with Peppy Gel, that first layer of the number 3, you're going to apply it to the nail and then immediately wipe your brush off with the paper towel, because that activator leaves a residue. And if you do not wipe your brush off, it will make your brush as stiff as a board. And it'll turn your liquid in the number 3 jar to solid rock. So just make sure you do that small, simple step of wiping that brush off in between each application on the first step. And you'll be good to go. So you'll see I'll apply the number 3 to the nail, and then I'll immediately take that paper towel and I'll wipe that brush off really good. But again, I'm only applying it to the nails that aren't cheetah print. Now, when you go to apply your second step of the number 3, your second layer, you do not have to wipe the brush off in between applications. So this is their smudge-proof topper. So I'm just going to do 2 layers of that. This you don't have to like wipe in between each application, which is nice. So I'm just going to apply that to the cheetah print nails, and that will help my design not smear. And we are done, you guys. Here is the final design. I think it turned out really, really nice. That ombre turned out beautiful. I really liked how the cheetah print turned out. And yeah, I think it looks really, really nice. So I hope you all guys enjoyed. Please leave me a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.